Hello, it's me again, Gleneth, coming back for another soap batch. And this time, I'm going to make some flowers. And therefore, I decided to use my Sweet Bay Rose for fragrance. And of course, the Woodland Green powder for the greenery. And I'm going to put some blue on my base color, my base batter, cobalt blue ultramarine. And for the roses that I'm going to try to draw on the soap, we'll see how will that go, is the Americana Red again. I used this first time for my cupcakes, but I blended some non-bleeding red from Brambleberry for it. And this time I'm going to use a new mold I bought from Brambleberry, a 9-bar square slab mold. It's not quite square, a little bit on the rectangle side. And I'm going to use the recipe for her fire drop swirl, but I'm just going to use flower decorating instead of the fire. And I'm using her recipe, which includes palm oil, coconut oil, avocado butter, avocado oil, and olive oil. What takes time in preparing for this soap is the melting of all the bubbles. Not the bubbles, you don't melt the bubbles. The melting of the butter, the avocado butter. I just don't know how to do it quickly, but I microwave it. And cooling down the lye water as usual also takes time, but once all the temperatures are at the temperature you like to soap with, I always like to use 100, very close to 100. Others at room temperature, others warmer. So it really depends on which you prefer, I guess. I haven't soaked long enough to really tell the difference, but the very first time I tried to soak at room temperature, it didn't go well. So I'm not doing that yet until I'm ready to experiment again. Right now, just checking all the oils. So far so good. I put some titanium dioxide there. I don't know if that's something appropriate to do, but I thought I want my base color a little bit white, and then I'll add blue to it. And a lot of soapers always said that when they add titanium dioxide, the colors are better looking. So we'll see about that. So let's start soaping. I don't know how to burp it the right way for whatever reason. But so far, I'm not having so much bubbles in my soap now that I am not oven processing them. I will try go back oven processing. because I like my colors to pop, but right now I want to practice on the swirling techniques. So I have another soaper. Put a comment in my YouTube, I think, or the blog. She said not to blend it too much so I don't get too thick of a batter. And since I don't want a thick batter this time, because I'm going to draw, or kind of like draw the roses into my soap, I think this should be emulsified enough. I like doing the blending part though, so it's just tempting. I guess I just have to stop or I'll waste all this batch of soap. Okay, so that's that. And I plan to make not a good way of doing it. I should have put a little bit space there, but it's done and it's cleaned up. I don't think I need that much though. That's the problem about just going. I just need few drop. These ones are not going to be scary, right? Fragrance, because I don't want to take the risk of having them really thickened. But they're just going to be tiny. There's for my rose. For the flower part of it. I diluted the colorants with avocado oil, since I'm using avocado oil. End up pouring it in the same container. That would be a disaster. There we go. This is for my flower and this is for my leaves, and we'll go with the main base. Should be this. I want it to be a little blue. We'll see if it will turn out blue or green, like blue always end up being after you add the whole thing into the batter. And this is the sweet bay rose. There we go. Okay, soap is fragrance. I just need really getting thick, and I'm glad I'm not going to do any real swirling design on this batter, but just pour it into my mold right here. Just waiting for it. It's not as blue as I want it to be. Looks like I won't have any left over like I thought I would. I usually have leftovers, but this recipe is just perfect for it. But then the author of the book, Soap Crafting, is the owner of Brambleberry, which is selling this. This mold, so I'm sure she made sure. How do I smoothen that? I want that smooth. Okay, now we go with the roses. Shake the color. That was dangerous. That's for the green. This is the scary part when you haven't done it. It's your first time, so I'm hesitant. That's what they would say, I guess. And this is so fluid. I'm afraid it might just see. This is really very fluid, too liquid. Maybe I should add some. Some fragrance just to thicken it a little bit. Now I want them to thicken, and they're not thickening. I have out here a bubble gum from Nature's Garden. I decide to do a little bit of melt and pour after picking this batch if I have time before it's picking up the kids' time. So this rose is going to smell like a rosy bubblegum. I think it's just a few drops though to help thicken the soap batter. We'll see. Might work, might not. We'll see. Oh, work. Not. See. Hope it will. And that's a hurt. You know. Shaking it to go too fast. We don't want to really thicken up too fast though, so. I got this idea, this idea from like called Soap website called Love and Soap for me. So if it will work. I think my not working. It's for me. The base is too hard already. I just have this. This is pop. I have to finish it. It makes the white pop a little. There we go. what should we now? It's so a row. We do not. Let's see. Oh, that not going to be close. Steady here. Without more here. Okay, looks like by okay. The like if stay bait soft a little bit. That hand is trembling a little bit. Wow, that is it would have been better, but looks like it's better. And obviously when that trend would have helped oil. My hands may have helped too. We'll just put something intentional, and like when Joe Soapery who told me to produce having active face smiley straight in one of when words shows up that is intentional. It's supposed to be this way. This is how it's planned. Post way. Oops. How it's I'm starting to I think I ruined it. Go. So leftover is going to be I'm going to course of maddening course. Now that's super not intentional. Is in no way is it intentional at all. No intent. That would be bubble gum, and this is ruined a little bit. This but ruined, but going to put some flavors. This beautify it a little bit maybe. So there's a chance for it to beautify. Right? Okay, we'll cut this tomorrow and see how that will see. Thank you for watching.